Today we're playing a pretty fun one. The idea is very simple. Get a Koth Fire Resistance out, get him up to 7 loyalty, then use his ultimate ability to get an emblem which says whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under our control, deal 4 damage to any target, so that can go straight to opponent's face. We then try and get enough mountains in our graveyard that we can then cast Splendid Reclamation to return them all to the battlefield and deal a bunch of damage to opponent and hopefully kill them. So assuming they're on 20 life, we just need 5 mountains in our graveyard, and then Splendid Reclamation will bring them all back and we'll one-shot the opponent. I actually made a couple of decks using this combo, so first I'll explain this one and show you a couple of games with it, and then halfway through the video I'll then show the other version and a couple of games with that. So this one is in a Gruul shell, and basically we've got a bunch of the normal sort of creatures you might see in a Gruul aggro deck. The idea behind that is just to build up a big board presence as quickly as possible to protect the Koth. But the difference is we have a bunch of ways of getting lands into the graveyard. So firstly, we have 8 sack lands, so when we play these, they sacrifice themselves and we can grab a mountain, put it into play. So later when we cast the Reclamation, we can bring these back and grab more mountains out of our deck and deal the damage to opponent. We also have some ways of milling. So for example, the Deathbonnet Sprout and the Blanchwood Prowler can both mill lands into our graveyard. We also, for removal, we have 4 copies of Vault Charge, which can proliferate, which is important because Koth enters on 4 loyalty, so we can +2 to grab a mountain, and then next turn proliferate once and already ultimate, so he only has to survive 1 turn. We've also got the Bloated Contaminator, which can proliferate when it deals damage to our opponent, and both of these cards also work quite well with the rest of our deck because everything else we have can also be proliferated. So for example, we've got the oil counters on Migloz and Adaptive, and then we've got the +1/+1 counters on Deathbonnet Sprout, Blanchwood Prowler, and Quirion Beastcaller. So the idea is simple, just get out a bunch of creatures, maybe proliferate, grow them a bit, resolve Koth, ultimate Koth, bring all our lands back, blow up the opponent. So that's the deck. Let's jump into some games. On the play, this would be a very questionable keep on the draw because it's so slow, nothing until turn 3. But 2 4/4 bodies might be a problem for whatever they have. And at least we've got good lands, we've got the Splendid Reclamation, so all we really need is the Koth, and these guys might be enough to protect it. Duress will take the Reclamation, that's unfortunate. There's the Koth as well. Okay, so I guess we need either another Reclamation or a Dryad's Revival. So opponent playing black-green, it looks like. Let's see what they've got. A removal spell. Okay. Let's resolve the Koth. I wonder if they have like a Shieldred's Edict or something here to deal with it. Not yet.
I am the nexus of all that is.
So they will be able to attack it though. That is annoying. Okay, well, we can Beastcaller and Bloated Contaminator here, which might prove difficult for them to get past. They do have a cut down though, okay. Still, the Contaminator might be a problem.
We have the high ground.
So, if they can't do any more damage to the Koth this turn or kill the Contaminator, we can attack with it and Vault Charge to get this to ultimate already. Okay, but they're going to kill us. Alright. Sure. Okay. Well, let's grab another mountain. Let's go adaptive into Sprout, although it doesn't really matter about the order because this doesn't have higher power than the adaptive, and I think let's just kill this while we can. Proliferate everything, threatening to ultimate next turn unless they can deal with the Koth. Okay, that'll kill something, but still not enough. Okay. So, we start pinging the opponent. We can grab a forest back. Unfortunate that it's not a red land, but taxidermist, so this isn't looking great. Let's take their whatever it was, big creature thingy. 7/7 gain life. Okay, we continue pinging the opponent. We can grab another mountain. So it looks like we won't get to do the reclamation thing, but just ultimating Koth was enough there for the win. Good game, opponent. Alright, we're on the draw. The hand's not great, but I think it is keepable. At least we have both combo pieces. It's quite slow though, we have no turn 1 or 2 play. Which might punish us against mono red. Although, maybe Migloz will be good enough to sort of stop them in their tracks. Nice big body that's hard for them to attack through. Let's grab a second forest. Or a second green source, I should say. What have they got? Invasion or Swift Spear. Okay. Going aggro. Okay, have a... Doesn't really matter, does it? They're both effectively just 4/4 big blockers. I guess this one we care slightly less about because it has less abilities. So let's get this out first and potentially soak up their removal. Like that. That's fine. Okay. Now get out the Migloz. What can we do? We can give it Vigilance and Menace until end of turn. Okay. Phoenix Chick. Opponent down to 1 card in hand. Okay. Still doesn't give them an attack with their Swift Spear though, which is nice. But obviously they can attack with the Chick, so we need a Volt charge really. So, I mean, let's get the Koth down. Start upticking. Give this Vigilance and Menace. Let's see if they decide to go Koth or face with the Phoenix Chick. Play with Fire goes to face. They'll probably go face with the Phoenix Chick. It's going to be a close one. They do. So a Proliferate spell here would be fantastic to get the Koth up to ultimate this turn. There it is. Wow. So we can kill the Chick. Proliferate everything. Do this. Does it matter? Don't think it does. Do this. Sure, let's just go face. Maybe mill some more lands with this. We do mill another land. Decline. We want to leave it there. Opponent nicing us. Hello. Hello, opponent. So do they get the lightning strike off the top? They get the stoke the flames off the top. Okay. Well, good game, opponent. Right, we're on the draw with a great hand. We've got both combo pieces, some early creatures to try and defend the Koth. We've got some removal, some proliferate. This looks pretty much like a perfect hand, as long as opponent's start isn't too fast and we draw our third land, and I guess our fourth land as well for Koth. Alright, well, this will help us hit our third land drop, hopefully. Yep, does. Take the sack land. Sunset Revelry, okay, that's fine. Let's grab a forest. And play this, start milling some more. No attacks. So, opponent looking like a control deck. So it might be difficult to resolve Koth. Although once we do resolve it, they might not have a way to deal with it. Fateful Absence, I guess. Soul Partition. They could be running something like that, but their board wipes won't hit it. We mill a Splendid Reclamation and we miss our land drop. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, I guess we just play the Migloz. And pass back. So we really need that fourth land here. They do hit their fourth land after missing it last turn. And they pass back, so... Well, a board wipe's probably coming, isn't it? So, I think... Let's just go offensive. We could play out a bunch more creatures, but it feels kind of bad doing that into like a Sunfall or a Depopulate or something. So I think I'd rather start getting some damage in here and just pass back to them. Wandering Emperor, okay. So, if they create a token, maybe that means no board wipe. They do. Okay. Liliana, okay.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like.
Sure, no problem. We'll sack our Prowler. They still have 2 mana up, so it could still be a counter spell. Oh, no, they're going to cut down the Sprout. Okay. So I guess we don't have to worry about a board wipe anymore because the opponent has a bigger board than us, so wiping wouldn't make any sense. Alright, so there's the mountain we needed. However, if we play the Koth now, it just dies. Or at least they might be able to attack with a bunch of stuff. So I think we're better off doing this and this. Get the Beastcaller up to a 3/3. We could give this Vigilance and Menace and attack, and then what, they double block with the tokens. Are we okay with that? I think so. I think we're fine with that. If they want to double block with the tokens. So let's go. Then all they have left are these 1/1s, which can't... Okay, they let us take the Emperor. Eternal Wanderer, okay. So are they going to do the sort of... Yeah, they're probably going to leave us with the adaptive and nothing else. At least we get to put its counters on this. They make us discard a card. We can discard one of our many vault charges. So this is cool. When we proliferate now, this gets both an oil counter and a +1/+1 counter, so it becomes a 4/4. So let's get this out of the way. And so this can just make us... What's this going to do? It might bounce the adaptive, in which case we can resolve the Koth. If it creates a token, we just kill it. Whereas this Liliana can minus just to kill this next turn, and then they can start building a board. So I think we take the Liliana there. And see what they do here. They probably will just bounce it, won't they? Or flicker it, whatever. Okay. They can return a Kaya. Slightly worrying. But we get to resolve the Koth. And we can proliferate an ultimate next turn. Sure. Sure. So, unless they have a way of killing the Planeswalker, I doubt they have something with haste. Okay. So, we will get to Ultimate Koth. The question is whether that will be enough. We need to mill a bunch more lands into the graveyard. We have 1, 2, 3 so far. Okay. That's fine. Let's Volt Charge the Eternal Wanderer. Proliferate their battle and our Koth. And ultimate. So, I think we just start going face here. How many mountains do we have left in the deck? We still have 4 in the deck. Okay. So, if we Splendid Reclamation, we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 damage. If they gain life with this, it's not quite enough. Hopefully they draw cards. Hopefully they don't realise they're under immediate threat. I mean, why would they? They're probably not expecting Splendid Reclamation. Yes, okay. Sure, we'll take another land. So as long as they don't have a counterspell. Have we seen counterspells from them so far? No, in fact we haven't seen any blue at all. I wonder if blue is... they're just splashing blue for a Planeswalker or something. Okay, so everything's got lifelink. We have to kill them this turn, but hopefully we can. They do... priority is sticking, but if it was a counterspell it wouldn't stick there. And does it resolve? It does. Okay. Boom. Is that going to be lethal? It looks like it. Yes. An opponent scoops. They see what's coming. Great. Well, that was fun. We one-shotted the opponent just before they were about to start gaining a bunch of life and kill us. So the Splendid Reclamation strategy paid off. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was incredibly satisfying. Alright, we're on the draw. Hand looks good. It just looks like a sort of normal Gruul kind of aggro deck, except for the Deathbonnet Sprout. But you wouldn't be able to tell from this hand that we're up to something silly. Hopefully we'll draw into the silliness though. Okay, opponent plays a Copperline Gorge. We grab a forest. Is this a mirror? I would be very surprised. It does look like they're Gruul, but I would be surprised if they were also running Splendid Reclamation in their Gruul deck. Who knows though, maybe they are. Okay, werewolves. Right. Well, let's get a big body down. Attack with the Beastcaller. So when this attacks, it adds mana. Okay. So we have the Reclamation. We just need the Koth now. And to mill a bit as well. Okay. They pump their Naturalist. Are we happy with the trade here? I don't think so, because our Contaminator can help pump the Beastcaller by attacking, which is kind of cool. Do you have anything to do with this green mana opponent, or are you just being slow? They're just being slow. There's the Koth. Okay. So let's get it down, I'd say. Search our library for a mountain. And I think we keep both of them back on defense. Because if Koth survives this turn, we can attack with a Contaminator potentially to proliferate, get this up to 7, and then ultimate straight away. And then we just need a few more mountains in the graveyard. Okay, so this becomes a 5/5, which will attack the Koth. That's fine. I think we chump with the Beastcaller. We can put its counters on the Contaminator. And we can attack. We proliferate. We ultimate. And now, sure, let's play the mountain. Ping the opponent's face. We have one more in there. So if we Beastcaller and cycle this, a Reclamation will be lethal next turn. Unless they gain life somehow. So they're getting close to doing their thing. They're going to attack, okay. That's fine. Do you have a way of dealing with our creatures? Okay. We cycle. I guess we can get one more land. Just in case, although they are tapped out. And we Splendid Reclamation for the win. To be fair, we probably would have won anyway that game. The opponent's deck was not doing its thing very well. But, yeah, there you go. Koth's ultimate plus Splendid Reclamation to face. Alright, so here is the second version of the deck. It's similar, but this time it's in 4 colours. Red, green, blue and black. The black allows us to run a bunch more removal, and the blue allows us to add in Archaeologist, which can not only mill cards, but also potentially grab the missing combo pieces. And we also run Maestro's Charm, because this doubles as removal. The third mode deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and the first mode lets us look at the top 5 cards, put one of them into our hand and the rest into our graveyard. So that kind of doubles as removal and a way to mill and a way to find the missing combo pieces. Like before, we have a couple of proliferate synergies with the Iron Apprentice and the Blanchwood Prowler, and some sweepers to try and stay alive. This was actually the first version of the deck I built, but it didn't work very well. There were still a couple of good games, which I'll show you in a second, but I ended up then making a different version of the deck, which is the one you already saw, which ended up being way superior in every way. But yeah, I wanted to show you these games anyway, because they're pretty funny, so here you go. Let's see how it does. Alright, we're on the play. This can't grab an island, so we're missing a blue source. Although, we have a bit of removal to keep us going until we find it. So, sure, let's keep this. Bit of a risky keep, but having the turn 2 go for the throw up is good. Against something like enchantments, for example, which will probably play this Jukai Naturalist, and we want to kill that as soon as possible. Okay, Beastcaller. That's also something we want to kill as soon as possible. Before it starts growing, before it can put its counters on other things. So sure, happy to take that. And we hit the island. Perfect. Start milling. Back up Koth, sure. So next turn we can hold the Maestro's Charm up. Maybe dig for the Splendid Reclamation. We've got 2 mountains in the graveyard. No plays from opponent. Fantastic. Okay. This is what we like to see. Nice and slow start from the opponent. We hold up the Maestro's Charm. Let's see what their 4-drop is. Presumably they have a 4-drop and they're not just going to pass without doing anything again. And if they had a 3-drop, you would have expected them to play it last turn. Okay, very carefully tapping their lands there. Tribute to the World Tree. Alright, great. Slow. They've tapped 1 mana too much though, which they're just... Okay. Not going to ask. Let's dig. Well, bunch of lands in the graveyard and a cut down to potentially kill something. This is great. This is, I mean, looking really good so far. We just need the Splendid Reclamation. So I'm just going to leave everything. I want these 4 mountains in the deck so that when we Splendid Reclamation, all of these can grab a mountain. Botanical Brawler, great, we can deal with that. 4/4. Sure. Another one. Okay, that makes it slightly harder to deal with. But we can drown in Ichor and then cut down. Sure, let's do that. Proliferate. Cut down. And ultimate. So now we just need the Splendid Reclamation. Ah, we should have played this before proliferating. Oh well. Got too excited about the prospect of Koth Ultimate. Forgot to do that. So we have 4 mountains in deck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at the moment we're doing 6 times 4. We're doing 24 damage. This can give something lifelink, right?
There are good people in this city, and I will protect them. This is your
Don't give it lifelink. Don't give it lifelink. They give it vigilance. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Come on, Splendid Reclamation, where you at? Okay, well that's decent. Sure.
So much for a peaceful resolution.
We haven't milled one, have we? No, they're all still in the deck. Okay. Another Brawler. I think we cut down this before it gets more counters from the tribute. Okay. Sure. Okay, this has got a minus, I guess. Try and grab some stuff.
I've made plenty of connections.
Siege Veteran, which is growing. Mountain can deal with the Elspeth, sure. And I guess
War is getting out of hand.
we grab another Koth. Grab some more mountains. So it has a shield counter on, so it's going to be 6/6. We can deal 4 damage. It's probably going to go for the Koth. Sure. Let's get rid of its shield counter. Splendid Reclamation. That's it. So, we have how many? 1, 2. I'm not sure how many mountains we have left in the deck. I really hope this is enough to finish them off. Here we go. So, it's all about whether we have enough mountains in deck. We need another 3 in the deck. And we have 2. We're going to get them to 1 life. No. Oh dear. Oh no. But the opponent scoops before they see that actually we didn't have any more mountains. Well, it was close. Does that count? Do we keep playing? Does that count as doing the combo? We got the opponent to 1. We had no more mountains left in deck. We couldn't finish them off. They scooped without waiting to see that though. Does that count? On the play, hand is fine. We've got all 4 colours. Some interactions, some creatures. Just missing the combo pieces obviously, but hopefully we'll find them soon enough. We can always dig for them with the Maestro's Charm if we don't have to save it to kill some stuff. Okay, tap land, good. Slow start. Let's have another tap land on turn 2, please, opponent. Give us a bit of time to do our thing. So what could they be? Esper, I guess. Orzhov, maybe. Okay. Mardu. Okay. So I think... Do we need to kill this straight away? Need more lands, really. And the Koth and the Splendid Reclamation. Kind of need everything. Sure, let's use this and grow our apprentice. Because we might want to hold up the instant speed removal later. For example, next turn maybe we can hold up both of these and look what they play and then decide whether we use the Maestro's Charm to dig or use the Go for the Throat. Okay, another land, great. So Pharix and Dragon Engine, not so great. We could kill it with the second mode of this, but that would obviously kill our apprentice as well. Sure, let's grab a swamp. And I think let's dig some with the Maestro's Charm. Our life total isn't really under threat yet. Okay, that... so this can pump this up to 3/2, meaning it would be doing 6 damage. Sure, I think we'll take it for now. And then dig with the Maestro's Charm and then Brotherhood's End next turn. So we're going to Brotherhood's End anyway, so we can chump this. Look at the top 5 cards. So we want a Koth, really. There's the Koth. Okay. Bunch of lands in the graveyard. That's what we like to see. Brotherhood's End. And now hopefully the Archaeologist can maybe help us find the Splendid Reclamation. We can play that and hold up Go for the Throat next turn. Okay, we're definitely going to Go for the Throat that. Sure, this can help us dig for the Reclamation. Play the land out. And I guess they might unearth here and go for the Meld. They do, so obviously we kill the Mishra in response. Are they going to discard the hand? No, they like their hand. Okay. Sure, we take 4. We can get Koth down. This is looking okay. Alright, so, great. We even have a Drowning Ichor up as well. So, I think we take the mountain here. And as long as they can't deal with the Koth this turn, next turn we can drown an Ichor something and ultimate. So this is looking pretty good, as long as they don't have Planeswalker removal. Okay, that's fine. Yep, go on. Yep, great. They tap out. Brilliant. Okay, so we kill it. We proliferate. We ultimate. And now we just need... I guess we can play this and start dealing 4 damage to them. And now we just need the Splendid Reclamation. And that's it, I guess. Do we have enough lands? 1, 2... It depends how many mountains are on our deck. We've got 1, 2, and then we've got 1, 2, 3. So as long as there's 2 mountains in our deck, which I think there are, a Splendid Reclamation is lethal here. Okay, they gain a bit of life. Okay, sure. Maybe this will mill some more lands. So we want this to mill lands and find a Splendid Reclamation. Come on, one time. Oh, it's the more land. There's more lands, but no reclamation. Well, I guess we take the Koth here. And we can use him to kill the Vanguard.
Then I will catch this.
Play land. This can go face as well. So, I mean, we might not even need the reclamation here. Maybe just ultimate in Koth alone will be enough to win this game. Opponent's thinking about it. They're hovering the emblem. They're hovering the Koth. Okay, they've got nothing. We could just play this, but we can grab another mountain anyway, so let's cycle, try and get the Splendid Reclamation. Nope, just a Vault Charge. Okay, well, let's grab a mountain.
I'll shake the earth itself.
Continue burning the opponent out. And we've got 6 more damage that we can go to face with here. So it's looking like a win, even if we don't get to do the thing. We did half of the thing. We managed to ultimate Koth. We managed to burn the opponent, not just all in one go. Crazy that we still haven't seen a Splendid Reclamation. All 3 of them in the bottom half of the deck. Sure. Go for the throw, okay. Here's our last mountain. Okay, we're getting close. Although we'd have no mountains yet to grab with Koth. No mountains left. But these 2 Vault Charges might be enough. Okay. Iron Apprentice. The opponent concedes. Okay. That wasn't quite as satisfying as I would have liked it to have been. We got the ultimate. Unfortunately, all 3 Splendid Reclamations were in the bottom half, bottom third of our deck, which is unfortunate, but we at least demonstrated the power of Koth's ultimate. So, good game. On to the next one. Alright, we're on the play. We have no green source, but everything else about the hand is decent. We've got some removal, some ways to dig for everything else. If we do hit the green source, then we can obviously play the Prowler and make sure we don't miss our land drops. Okay, mono red. Sure. Have a 1/1. Let's see you get past him. Oh, not mono red. Is it? Okay. And they play with fire the apprentice, okay. And we miss our land drop. That is painful. Sure, okay. Well, I guess we hold up the go for the throat. See what they play. Nothing yet. Nothing. Okay, well, let's kill it. We're gonna have to kill it at some point. They can sacrifice it to discard a card and draw 2. Okay. Sure. And there's the land. Great. Alright. Let's get the archaeologist down. Splendid Reclamation, sure. That will come in handy later, although now opponent has seen it, they can perhaps have an idea of what it is we're trying to do. Stormseeker, okay. So what is opponent here? Just some random... it's basically mono red. We don't know what they've got the blue for yet. Sure. Okay, let's try and hit our land drop. Something's sticking, so maybe another play with fire. Opponent in the tank. Sure. So... sure, let's take the island. Play the island. And play the Iron Apprentice. No attacks. Okay. Orobask's Forge. That's pretty scary if left alone. Sure. So we need our Koth. Opponent's still thinking long and hard about to use whatever it is that that's holding their priority. So I guess we dig. We dig for the Koth. And we hit it, okay. And sure, let's also cut down this guy while we're at it, why not? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mountains in the graveyard, and it looks like it was a Fading Hope that was holding up priority the entire time. Well, let's take a bit of damage, get them at least down to the next multiple of 4. So makes it a bit more likely that we'll be able to kill them. We just need to hang on a little longer. The first turn we get Koth down. If we plus, it's on 6. Then we just need to be able to survive that one turn. And then we can proliferate the turn after. So let's try and do it.
One day we'll retake this land from
Okay. Mountain. Here you go. No attacks. So let's see how they attack here. We're on 7 life. They might just go face. No, they don't. They go face with the Stormseeker. Koth with that. Okay. So I think we go like this. Whenever you draw your first card during each of your draw steps, draw a card. Then if you have 9 cards in hand... Okay, so basically draw an extra card, at least for the foreseeable future. Okay, so we can drown in Ichor, we can proliferate, we can ultimate, we can go face, and 1, 2, 3, 4, it's enough. And Splendid Reclamation. Have we finally done it? There we go. One more mountain. 4. One more mountain. There it is. Well, that's what we came here to do. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was incredibly satisfying after trying for so long. So I think I'll just end the video here. There's nothing else to do. We did the thing. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.